Heaven, everybody. Michael here. Are you guys feeling it? Has it been hard to sleep these last couple days? Today is February 16th, 2026. There's been many old books and ancient books and even new books. There's been many things written about paying attention to the planets, to the moon, and to the sun. To pay attention to astrology. In America, where a lot of us, our focus is on the Bible, and even in there it says, look at the heavens for signs, look at the planets, look at the sky, the sun and the moon, and pay attention to it, and man, there is a lot going on up there right now. The moon and the sun and almost all the planets are hanging out or by Sagittarius. And a lot of these formations didn't happen, there's, Jupiter's over there doing its thing, and there's a couple other planets kind of doing their thing, and a lot of these things, some of them haven't happened since when there was the Civil War, or, it's been a long time since some of these planets have been playing where they're playing in the constellation where they're hanging out at. And the moon and the sun are hanging out real close, and tomorrow is the 17th, because that happens to come right after the 16th. And tomorrow is the beginning of the year of the fire horse. And tomorrow also is the moon and the sun will come together to create a solar eclipse. Solar eclipse, year of the fire horse. So much going on with the planets. The planets, in particular the moon, has a lot to do with the tides, right? A lot to do with what goes on with this. Man, I don't even know, billions, maybe trillions of gallons of water, more than we can even really think about it. But it has effect with all that tonnage, with all that weight, with all that water. It affects it. Living in Florida, I see it. I see the king tides. I see the flooding. It affects it. And we are mostly water. The moon, sun, and the planets It affects us. There's big change happening. Some say a mass awakening. The year of the fire horse says the fire, fire is burning things down. Burning old thoughts, old structures. Structures of leadership that that we don't want to be led by anymore. Look around you. Do you want to be led by this kind of chaos? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Do you want to be scared that you might just be rushed up on by a bunch of thugs in uniforms and be shot? No, you don't want that. And if you look in the forest, and when there's a fire in the forest and it burns away things, then new life springs up. And although the fire may seem to be a lot, because maybe you're focusing on it, maybe you look at the news and you look at all the feeds, and it's good to see it, it's good to know that's going on, but to have your focus on it all the time, you will believe that the world is burning down. And then the horse part of it, the horse is strong and fast. So the year of the fire horse, there's going to be a lot of burning down. And then there's going to be fast change. I remember, I think it was 1999, I was in Fresno, California, going to college there, and I was in one of those big lecture halls where there's 200 kids there, 200 students and a professor, and one of those big old lecture halls, and I always, I don't know, like to sit up in the front. Maybe it's because Coach Norian from Salinas, California told me to sit in the front and pay attention, represent. He was the football coach. Be the example, he would say, and sit in the front. And that stuck with me. So I like to sit in the front in these big lecture halls at Fresno State. And I was sitting there, I got there early, to make sure I could get a seat in the front, and people would slowly come. And in 1999, everybody was talking about the end of the world, year 2000, Y2K, it was. And these guys were talking behind me about how it's all going to end, and they were talking in fear about it, And I was like, no, it's not going to end that way. That's not what's going on. I said, what's going to end is our ability to be fooled, to be led astray, led down the wrong path. And that change was going to happen, And it was going to be fast. It was going to be really fast change. And I gave him some examples. I said that we would all be working together more, collaborating, and we'd all be looking towards the inner unconditional love that we have inside us. We all have it inside us, and we'll all be looking inside there and finding our highest expression. And I may have not have said it that way. I think I said it like that we'd all be collaborating instead of fighting. And they said, oh, that's gonna take forever. And I was like, nope, it's gonna be fast change. It's gonna happen so fast. And as I continued on talking, I don't know, I was just talking from my heart. And I guess I spoke some things that were a little too uncomfortable for him. So they kind of called me a commie, or, you know, one guy actually said someone's gonna shoot me. And it did at that time, 1999. It kind of scared me. And I kind of not spoke that way unless someone invited it. It turned into invitation only. Well, tomorrow, the year of the fire horse, is a cosmic beginning of this fast change, of this time where we can no longer see what we can see and still think that it's the way that we should be led, it's the way that things should be. I know a lot of us are already there. I see it online, I hear it around me. And tomorrow's eclipse is a big energetic push. It's going to topple people that are on top of the fence, or, you know, that have one foot in and one foot out. This energetic push is going to be just enough for many more people to just be woke up to the fact that this isn't what we want. It'll almost be a call to arms for so many people. You know, it's exciting. I'm totally excited about tomorrow's energetic push. And although there'll be a lot of changes going on, and there'll be people coming to arms or thinking that's the way to do it, the teaching is still the same. The major transformation is within each of us. It's just that now the energies of the planets and the energies of the cosmos and the the energies of the other planets and the sun and the moon, they're all pushing for this inner awareness, this inner finding. Finding what? Finding, the old books, let's say the Bible says, find the kingdom of heaven inside you. That's the only thing we're here. It's the only thing we're here to do. And then the whole rest of the books and all the rest of the teachings are to guide you to doing that. To raise your energies so that you can find the kingdom of heaven inside you. So you can find your authentic self, is what that is saying. Find your true, authentic expression for this place we call Earth. There's been many other people other than Yeshua, or you may call him Jesus, that has found that Christed energy. And that's what Christ is. It's this energy that swells up inside you, that our body is built to do. Naturally. It's naturally built with internal plumbing, literally, anatomy and physiology wise. It is built to experience that which was called the kingdom of heaven inside us. It's literally built to have that samadhi experience from India. It's literally built to have that Buddha experience. Buddha's not a name, it's a energetic level, it's a state of being. And for a lot of people, tomorrow is going to offer the energy, the huge boost of energy to touch that, to touch the Buddha inside you, that energy inside you, that Christedness inside you. There's many people right now on the planet that are already residing in this energy. Some of them are boisterous and come out and talk about it. Some of them are just quiet, holding the space, holding the space. And there's so many of us, so many of them around the planet. It creates this grid-like structure of energetic Christedness, energetic Buddha-ness, samadhi, all the way around the planet, even all through America. Inside you, and you are the one that has to find that inside you. Nobody else. Fact or fiction characters, nobody can have you experience the Buddha energy, the Christed energy, samadhi. It's up to you. It's up to all of us. All of the yous out there. There's a guy, his name is Sadhguru. That's the name he takes now after having his awakening. And he's out there right now. He's currently out there, available. Sadhguru, Sadhguru, Sadhguru. Look him up. He has a free class. Before it was, I don't know, $150 or something like that. And, money's just energy, so you throw that money in there, energy towards yourself, and he has a whole inner engineering class that's free right now. I highly recommend, if anybody's on the fence or just kind of thinking about all this kind of stuff, what are we doing here, and who are we, and what's our purpose, and what's my purpose, and what's my piece of the puzzle? If any of these questions are lingering in your mind, go to his app. He has an app, and download the app and get into this inner engineering, and it will open things up inside you. You still have to do the work. You still have to download the app and listen to it and do the things and have the thoughts, and you still have to do it. This isn't the only way. There's lots of ways. You can do it by being in nature. You can do it by following Christ's teachings. But it's inside you. It's not something or someone else that's gonna make it okay. You have to go inside yourself. A good way is meditation, where you just sit quietly. I think even in the Bible it says, sit quietly and take no thought. That's a reference to meditation. And you don't have to get all of it all at once. That's not how it works. Sometimes it works like that for people, but it's hard for them. You'll hear about these people that maybe get in an accident and they literally just get knocked right out of their body and have this experience where they're looking down at themselves in an accident or in an operation or something like that. And then they come back to their body and they talk about it. They're like, I was in this light and it was all unconditional love. And well, that's what you can reach through meditation. But get knocked out of it in an accident like that, and it's kind of fleeting. You talk about it and you share it, and a lot of these people, if they don't continue on the path of finding it inside them, kind of maybe they go a little crazy and they become homeless because they can't deal, they haven't taken the little steps brick by brick to create a temple of a body that can handle it, that can handle such energy, such truth. And that's another part of this fire thing. When you go inside and you meditate and you touch this divinity inside you, it just burns away all the untruths, all the games, all the ego control, and all the past control, and all the scary future control. It burns all that away, and you're left with your authentic self. Burns away fear. You don't have any fear because you know who you are. You know that you're source energy having a human experience. In all the many different ways. In all the many different people. The diversity is staggering, mind-blowing. Don't even try to think about all the diversity. Just concentrate on yourself, the one piece that no other person has, the one experience, the one example that no one else has. Nobody else has. No one ever will. No one ever has. And you hold that piece. You just have to sit quietly and take no thought as if it is yours. Know that it's just programming, and watch it come and go, and watch the thoughts come and go, because you can't stop them. You know, there's no not thinking about the past, and there's no not thinking about the future, because we're humans. Our brain has developed in such a way that we can do that. We can think of the past, and we can think of the future, and we can create whatever we want, because we are creators having a human experience. It's very exciting. We're all here to create this change. We're all here to be part of it. And you use your free agency to decide how, in what manner you're going to be part of it. Your free agency is to pay attention to either love, the unconditional love that creates this whole thing, this whole earth, this whole experience, the whole cosmos. The whole thing is just heaven. Or you use your free agency to put your attention on something else. And when you put your attention on something else other than that this whole thing is just heaven, then that something else makes it, in some fashion, in some way, a little unbearable, or maybe a lot unbearable, just to guide you back to the only way that there is, and that is that we're living in heaven, and we're part of it. We're part of it in a unique way, a unique expression, called you, called me, called I. There's a powerful one. Use your free agency when you say I to say it in the most heavenly, the most empowered way. I am unconditional love. I am pure abundance. Never do you want to use the I am in any other way if you're looking to find that inside you. Because what you say I am, that's what you're going to find inside you. That's how powerful we are. That's when I say that we are creators, that's what I mean. Is we are creators like that. Yeah, we could build a boat, but we first had to think about it. Yeah, we can make dinner. We create things like that. When two of us get together and do, we even create new life to come and experience this heaven. This is what I'm excited about. This is what the fire horse, the year of the fire horse is bringing. This is what is going to happen for a lot of people tomorrow. It's happened already for millions. And tomorrow, oh, this fire horse solar eclipse is going to put so much energy on the planet that none of us are going to be the same, you know? Which is a safe thing to say, because we're not the same from day to day, and we're not the same from moment to moment. But the energy that's going to be placed on the planet is pure loving energy, transmutating everything. Heaven, everybody. So be kind with yourself today. Eat an apple. Because an apple a day really does have the power to keep the doctor away. It really does. The skin of the apple has a property in it that binds with iron, you know? And illness, especially cancer, needs iron to grow and to get bigger, and it eats it up, and that's its fuel. So if you eat an apple and the skin binds with excess iron in your body and takes it out of your body, then you're literally starving cancer. And our body takes care of that most of the time through this process called homeostasis. It keeps the balance. And an apple helps. An apple helps. This fresh, alive, physical thing called an apple helps our castle, our temple to stay in the well-being state. Be particularly kind to yourself. Sit quietly under a tree. Sit quietly on a beach. Sit quietly in a chair in your backyard. Close your eyes and just see what comes up. When you breathe in, feel the energy. It's inside you. It is. I promise you it is. If a guy like me can find it, you can too. I promise. A lot of you guys out there know me. I like to have a lot of fun in life. I've had a lot of fun with a lot of you out there. Take today to really, I know we got school, and we got work, and we got families, and we can do that all with these thoughts in our heads, using our free agency to be looking at the higher, the happier, the more love, the better, whatever you want to call it. Take that extra moment to take a breath when you feel your nervous system getting sympathetic. Take that breath to tap into your parasympathetic nervous state. Try to stay there. Try your very best. Eat an apple. Stay away from coffee maybe. Maybe it's too late for a lot of us. It don't matter really. These are all just things, teachings, because it's way more powerful than a cup of coffee. You can tap into it no matter what. That's when they say something like, anything is possible with God, with this energy, with source. Anything is possible. There's nothing that is not possible. So don't judge your actions, don't judge yourself. Just tap into that source that's inside your castle, that's inside your temple. You build this temple, you build this castle with your thoughts and your foods and your exercise, with the friends that you surround yourself with. Tomorrow's a very exciting day. Prepare any way that you can think of. And remember, you guys are creators. Your source having an experience called you. I am source having an experience called Michael. And I stand with you. And we stand together for this great change that's going to happen. And we're here to do it. Remember, you guys are creators. New Earth Energy. Love you guys.